Hello, everybody. Carolyn Williams here with Money Reverse. I am here for day 2 of 4 days for your 401k. When you arrive, just say hello in the comments. We're going to do this week, the entire 4-day week. At the time of this recording, if you're watching this after this time, this information is still good for you. Do not go away if you're watching this on the replay because this information is timeless. At the time of this recording, we are working our way up to National 401k Day. And National 401k Day, I'm going to tell you just a little bit about it shortly, but it is always the Friday after Labor Day. Every year, the Friday after Labor Day. So what I want to do is take this time and get everybody all energized and focused on your retirement savings. And that's the whole purpose of National 401k Day. Just say hello in the comments when you arrive and let me know that you're here. We're going to get started. This is going to be these sessions. Join me every day. These sessions are short. They're going to be 30 minutes or less. So let your friends know. It's starting late in the evening, but they're very short lessons. So I'm going to make sure that I get you information and that I get you out so you can get done what you need to get done. Hello, Christy. So glad to see you. So let's get started. We are going to talk today about National 401k Day again. Now, remember this, as I shared, this is a holiday. This is a U.S. holiday. 401k is only a U.S. thing. There's a similar program in other countries, but the 401k and 403b, those come from our U.S. IRS tax code. So all of these retirement savings plan that is a number, a number and a letter at the end, just know that is the tax stanza, the IRS tax stanza that supports the provisions that they're making in terms of tax benefits for your retirement or when you walk away from the workforce. Now, National 401k Day, it is a holiday that was started in 1996 by the Profit Sharing Council and 401k Council of America. Now, the whole point of this holiday was to really have a time when we focus on this particular area of life choices. So retirement saving, making time to plan the financials for when you want to walk away from the workforce, or as I'm going to talk about, walk away from your entrepreneurial duties if you work for yourself. There comes a time for rest and where your work should get easier. That's what the Bible says. And so we want to be able to do that. But it's going to take money to do that. When you walk away from your job, where's the money going to come from? Where's the money going to come from? So what we want to do is set aside money on our own time and our own volition, using investment in knowledge that we have so that we can have some funds planned for that time when we do walk away. That's the whole point of National 401k Day. Now, of course, let's just follow the money. Of course, this was started because when you have a 401k or 403 or any plan like that, there's people that are making money on it. We know that. I'm okay with that. Don't get all bent out of shape because somebody making money. I want you to make money too. So some people say it's a rip because all the mutual fund companies and the company is getting a kickback from it. Yeah, they are. That's okay. Everybody's going to make money. Everybody can't do everything for free. I'm doing this for free, but trust me, everybody doesn't do things for free. So with that, don't get all bent out of shape because they're making money on you. Yeah, they are. But if you can make money in the process, that's what I want you to be focused on. Be self-focused for just a second, okay? And stop hating on everybody else. So what Money Reverse does here is what we are going to do is have 4 live lessons to just give you a snippet and something to trigger for you to go and look at your retirement savings plan if you're in one. And if you're not in one, I want this to be the time to say, I said I was going to do that, or I was going to take my investments up some. This is the time for you to do that. So with that, this is what Money Reverse is doing. We're doing a week of empowering lessons around retirement savings plans. So this is day 2. If you missed day one is right where you're watching us right now. There is a replay that's out there. Just go watch the day 1 session. Again, less than 30 minutes, very short lessons, but I want them to be power packed. Okay. So today we're going to talk about there is no time to wait. There's no time to wait. Let's don't wait. Let's get to it. The information provided here today is for educational purposes only. Any market information that I share is purely commentary and should not be construed as investment advice, nor should the information be construed as a solicitation to buy or sell any securities of any kind. Now, just as a poll, I want to know if you are currently in a retirement savings program. Now, if you answered this, if you were here for day 1 and answered this poll, I don't need you to answer it again, but for anybody that hasn't answered this poll, if you're watching this live or on the replay, I have a very simple, very anonymous question that I'm asking. Are you currently in a retirement savings program? A retirement savings plan. I'm calling it RSP, and you'll see me reference it as RSP because it's a retirement savings plan. These include 401k, 403b, IRA, Roth or traditional. A TSP is for government workers, or a 457 deferred comp. If you're in any of these plans where they're setting money aside for you, tax deferred, so that you can have it at the time of your retirement, and if you get it anytime after retirement age, it's age 59 and a half is the earliest time you can get this without a penalty, then if you can say yes, then go ahead and click the link that's in the comments and let me know. There's 3 answers that you can have: yes, no, or I don't know. So please, I'm just curious, for my readers, for my listeners, I want to know how many of us are in a retirement savings plan. This information helps me. Again, I'm not asking you for an email or anything because I want to know who's watching this information so that I can tailor the next one to best fit you. If 90% of you say, I'm in a retirement savings plan, then I'll go more into about what to do when you're in the retirement savings program. If you say, I don't know, you may say, how do people not know? You may not know. You may not know. Let me tell you what companies are doing these days. Companies are doing auto enroll, and I'm glad that they are. So what that means is upon hiring, you are automatically enrolled in a retirement savings plan. And they'll typically do it with a 3% of your income paycheck automatically deducted and going to the retirement savings program. They do that without you asking. To get out of it, you would have to go to your HR and say, I want to opt out. So with that, you may be in one and don't know. So what you would do is look at your paycheck stub and see if you see funds going to retirement savings plan, 401k, deferred compensation, or anything like that. So look at your paycheck stub. If you never look at the paycheck stub and look at the details, you may not even know that you're in one. And knowing that companies are doing auto enroll, if you're someone that's had jobs at multiple companies, then check and see. You may have a plan somewhere out there at another company that you no longer work with. That's very possible. So again, just answer the poll. Yes, no, or I don't know. Are you currently in a retirement savings program? Look in the link in the comments here. I just posted a link that I want you to click and share your feedback. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This session is about you really don't have time. There's no time to wait. We don't have time to wait. Now, I want to talk to you about an elephant. There's a picture of an elephant here. Let me tell you guys a story. I had an elephant walk up on me, and it was not in a park. It was not in any enclosed. It was walking down the street. I am standing there on the street outside the car, and an elephant walked right up on me. Somebody had to tell me that there was an elephant right beside me. And when they told me, they said, Carolyn, look. And I had my camera and I just took pictures of the elephant. And I got a video of this. If you want to see this video, just say, I want to see the video. I'm going to go dig it out. I'm going to go find it and share it here within these 4 days if anybody's interested in seeing it. I was in India. And how did an elephant, and if I find this video, when I find this video, because I'm going to find it because I had my camera, I was videoing. And I was videoing monkeys and everything else. It was just in the wild. You know, it was in this small town, and it wasn't in the major city, but it was in the small town, and there was lots of monkeys and different things around. And I was just so amazed. I hopped out of the car and I just started videoing things that I saw. There was an elephant coming down the street. I didn't even see it. How do you miss an elephant? An elephant weighs probably at minimum 2,000 pounds. At minimum 2,000 pounds. How did I miss an elephant? When I show you this video, you're going to see that I missed the elephant. And when I turned and the elephant walked past me, it was close enough that I could have reached out and touched my hand to it. It was just that close. How did I miss the elephant? If you want to see the video, put in the comments, I want to see the video. The reason I say that is because we use the saying elephant in the room. Because an elephant is a huge animal. Look at it. Look at this one on the picture. What if you put this booger in a room? There's no way you can miss it. When you say the elephant in the room, how that is saying something is just so big that you can't miss it. But I'm going to tell you, in real life, I missed an elephant. It was coming up on me from behind and I didn't even see it, but I did see it when it passed me. It was so close. I could smell it. I could touch it. And it all came back to me when I got this picture of this elephant. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, something that's big that you should not be ignoring, but you want to ignore it. Oh, somebody wants to see the video. Okay, Christy, let's see if we can find a video. I find a video, I'm going to show it to you. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is you want to leave the workforce or your entrepreneurial duties one day. You know that. You know that you do not have a plan to work until you die. If that's you, put in the comments, that's me. Some of us sooner than later. It's like, I know I want to leave the workforce and I know when I want to leave, or I don't know when I need to leave, but now would be good. So the elephant in the room, you want to leave the workforce or your business one day. You know that financial preparation is required to live the lifestyle that you desire when you walk away from the workforce. If you are no longer getting your paycheck and you know that you have a lifestyle that you have planned, a lifestyle that you desire, you know that you're going to have to plan financially to do that. Okay? If that's you, say that's me. The third thing, the elephant in the room, you have the means and the opportunity to prepare. You have the means, meaning you have the money, you have a job that pays you where you can set aside money, and you have the opportunity. You have a plan that's available to you with your employer, or after this lesson, you know that even if you don't have an employer, you have available to you. You can do this on your own if you're an entrepreneur. You can go and open an IRA on your own. You don't have to have an employer sponsor a plan for you. The difference is when you do it yourself, nobody's contributing extra money with you. With an employer, one of the benefits is that they will give funds. When you put in money for your retirement, they will put in money for your retirement. And that is such a great benefit. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to do that. You have to have the company do that for you. But as an employer, if they offer this as a benefit, it's like, Carolyn, how about, Carolyn, I want you to save $100. If you save $100 this year, I'll give you $40. It's like, if I do something right and good for myself, you're going to give me money just for doing something good for myself? You don't want anything in return? No. It's just, I just want to do that for you. And so what employers say, because you're my employee. So with that, if I save 100, you'll give me 40? Wow. That's pretty good. I like that. I'll save 100. I don't have to give the 100 to you. No, it's your money. You can get to it at any time. You know what? In your account, we'll just deposit money in your account for you just because you're my employer. That's what employers are saying. So you have the means, you have the money, and you have the opportunity, and you have an incentive to prepare financially for that time when you're going to walk away from the workforce. Now, another thing is, nobody can do this for you. I wish I could. I know you wish you could save for your children that are not participating in the retirement savings program, but you can't. You can't do it for them. Nobody can do this for you. The only person that can do this for you is you. It's just like losing weight. Nobody can do it for you. People can help you. They can be alongside you, but they're just going to be doing the same thing that you're doing. If they're doing the exercise and you don't get any exercise and you don't lose the weight. If they're the ones eating the right food and you aren't eating it, you're not going to lose the weight. So nobody can do this for you. You have to do it for yourself. And then the fifth thing about this elephant in the room, you're not putting in the time and the money needed to do this to your satisfaction. Now, this is only for you and your satisfaction. But if you feel like you need to do more and that you're not happy with where you are right now, or you don't even know if you should be happy, what are your returns like? Should I be happy? Are my returns good? Are you watching your returns? You know, this is the elephant in the room. The only bigger elephant in the room that I will talk about one day is the fact that we need to plan for our demise. We need to plan. We're going to die. It's a given. We know we have to prepare for it, the same thing. But we're not doing it. This is the elephant in the room. We can't afford to ignore this anymore. It is right there in our faces. I want this week, this elephant to just walk right past you. And if it needs to run you over before you see it, so be it. Trust me, I've had that happen. Boy, did I feel stupid. I felt so stupid. How do you miss an elephant? How I missed an elephant walking down the street. Oh my God. I got to find that video because Christy wants to see the video. Christy says she wants to see the video. I got to find that video. This elephant, I don't want you to miss this elephant. If any part of this elephant in the room fits you, I want this to be your wake-up call to say, I'm not going to miss this elephant anymore. This week, even if it is only for the month of September. If I say, for the month of September, can I get you to see the elephant in the room? If any of these things fell true for you. So with that, I want to tell you, we can't afford to ignore this any longer. You can't afford to. Not that you don't want to, we can't afford to. And let me tell you why. There's 3 reasons why we can't afford to ignore this any longer. So number 1, I need you to start to see things differently. Instead of seeing this as a field of green grass, I need you to see this a field of green grass and plants, but with a path through it. I need you to make a path so that you can walk through this field of green grass. It's not something that is not organized and not together. You can get through this. I know you can. If you don't make things happen, they won't happen. I need you to see it differently. It's not going to happen unless you make it happen. If you say, I want to walk away from the workforce and I want to have funds to live the life that I don't want to step down. I've had clients tell me, Carolyn, I don't want to compromise my lifestyle. I don't want to have to step down. I don't want to have to give up things. I said, okay, I said, I don't want to live my life any differently when I'm in retirement than I am right now. And I go, okay, okay. Then why didn't you hire me or somebody like me 15 years ago? Because we would have told you some things to do that would help you 15 years ago, because it's close to your retirement now. But they said, I don't want to, if you don't make it happen, it's not going to happen. You've got to do the things that you need to do to start making this happen. If it's hire a coach, you can hire me as a coach. I do work with clients on this. I work with clients a lot on preparing for your retirement, making a timeline of what that looks like, and even looking at your retirement savings to see if your retirement savings is doing what it should be doing to get you where you want to be. And if not, let's make adjustments to it. Something else I want you to see differently. I want you to see that you have the wisdom and you have the intelligence and you have the means to manage money for your future. You have the wisdom, intelligence, and the means. Sometimes we are so used to only managing money today and managing what we get and how do we get our bills paid, and let's get the grocery paid and get the taxes paid, and let's take care of things right now. But I need you to know that you can also plan for a time that's going to come more in the future than 4 weeks. It's going to come beyond this year. I want you to start planning for something that's going to happen maybe 10, 15 years down the line. You can do this. Don't think only in short-term financial planning. I'm going to make sure that I get the bills paid this month and I know what we're going to accomplish this year. I hope you have 1-year goals and we set out what we want to accomplish this year. If not, we definitely have monthly goals. We're going to get the bills paid for this month. We're going to get our paycheck and we're going to get grocery bought and we're going to take care of all the things that need to be taken care of. But I really want you to know that if you're doing that and maintaining a household, amen, you can also manage money for your future. Something that's going to happen in 5 years or 10 years or even 25 years down the line. You can do this. You have the intelligence, you have the means, and you have the tenacity to do this. I need you to see things differently. I want you to know that a retirement savings account is an investment account, not a savings account. We call it retirement savings, but that is almost a misnomer. I really want you to know that this is an investment account, not a savings account. Why? Why do you think I want you to think like that? I need you to see it differently. This is an account that is used to put money in with a goal of getting more money out than you put in. The way that happens is you can put it in the hands of Jesus and he can turn it into take 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and feed 5,000, or you can invest it. It's all the same thing. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to invest it. So I don't want you to see this as a savings account, because with the savings account, we think this is money that's set aside until I have a need. What is that need? Well, it doesn't matter. If I have a need, I'm going to go get money out of this account. No, this is an investment account. I need you to plan to invest this money and leave this money invested for a period of time. And I'm going to show you a reason why. When you think of this as a savings account, you're going in and you're treating this thing like an ATM. And that's not what it's for. It is for investments. We need to see your money compound. We need to see your earnings make money on earnings. We want to see it continue making money and you come up with a pattern and a rhythm that fits your temperament and that fits what's going on in the market, so that then when it's making money this year, wouldn't it be nice to say, my retirement savings account, made $80,000 this year. I'm going to take that $80,000 out and I'm going to live on that. Guess what? You still got all the principal. How about that? If you do that, you probably don't need life insurance. You probably don't need life insurance unless you got young kids or still got a mortgage or anything like that. But that's a much different conversation. But that's where I say, I want you to see this as an investment account. not a savings account. A savings account means it is always an option for every single little thing that you feel that you have a need for. You need a new car, I'm going to go to my 401k. You need to pay off bills, I'm going to go to my 401k. You want to go on vacation, I'm going to go to my 401k. That's not what this is for. And you won't get the investment return if you continually are pulling the money out. So I need you to see things differently and see this as an investment account instead of a savings account. And then I want you to know the last thing that I need you to see differently. Your most valued resource is time. Your most valued resource is time. Time is more important than money. Time is more important than money. Think about it. How much time do you have in a day? 24 hours. How much do I have in a day? 24 hours. How many days do you have in the year? 365 or 364, if it's a leap year. So time is very, and how many years are you going to live as long as the number that God has in store for us? Time is very finite. Money, guess what? You can get more money. You can't get more time. So I need you to know that time is more valuable than money because it is a finite resource. There's only so much, as much as I want to do. I wish I could add a couple more hours on each day. Well, I would get more stuff done, or I get more sleep. But time is your most valuable resource. Don't waste time. We can't afford to ignore the elephant in the room any longer. How much time have we wasted? That's time we won't get back. And each week and each day and each year is a finite amount of time. Okay, I don't have time, but I have money. I tell people all the time, I have more money than time. If I have something that I need to do and it's taking me a lot of time, I'm going to pay somebody to do that for me. I have more money than I have time. I really don't have time to do that. And when people tell you they don't have time, that means you're not a priority. That's okay. I will say that in a heartbeat. I really don't have time for that because I'm taking each moment as very important. It is more valuable than money. If I have a shortfall in money, I can get more money. I can get more money, but I can't go and get more time. Okay? So with that, I need you to see things differently because when you do, you're going to really understand this. This is what I want you to understand. Suppose you have $10,000 that you want to invest and you're not going to add anything to it at all. $10,000, not adding something every month, adding $10,000. Let's take a look here. This first column here is the rate of return. How much is this? It's invested, which means we're expecting to get more out than we put in. If this annual rate of return, let's take a look at it. If it was 1%, if you got a 1% return on $10,000, after 5 years, you would have $10,510. And this is compounding, not taking anything out. After 10 years, you would have $11,046. After 15 years, you would have $11,610. And after 20 years, $12,202. 1% return, $10,000. If you would hold it for 20 years, you would have $12,000. That's pretty good. You will get $2,202 more out than you put in. That is nothing to sneeze at. But let's go down the chart. What if you got a 7% return on this money? What if you got a 7%? No, let's go with 5%. You got a 5% return. The bank paid you 5%, your investments made 5%. Take a look at what the numbers look like. After 5 years, your $10,000 is $12,763. After 15 years, your $10,000 is $20,789. Wow, it has more than doubled. After 20 years, your $10,000 is $26,533. Are you getting my point? This is an investment account. Time is more valuable than money. You are able to manage money for your future because when you start thinking about the future, then you start to say, I'm going to leave this money in here for this extended period of time. No new car or paying off bills is not more important than leaving the money in for this period of time. Let's go all the way down to the bottom. If you got a 13% return, if you put $10,000 in and added no money to it, then if 13% return, then here, after 5 years, your money, your $10,000, you would take out $18,424. After 15 years, your $10,000 turns into $62,543. After 20 years of putting $10,000 in with a 13% return compounded annually, you would get $115,231. Is anybody getting it? If you're getting it, put in the comments, getting it. Even if you're watching this on the replay, say, I'm getting it. This is an investment account. This is what investments can do for you. Okay. So what's important is the amount of return that you're getting every year and the length of time that you leave it in. Now, with the retirement savings, remember, you're putting money in with every paycheck. This will be the biggest brokerage account that you will ever have. That $10,000 was if you put no more money in. This will be the biggest brokerage account that you will ever have. That's why we've got to get it. And then one more thing I want to share with you, because I want these lessons to be short and power packed. I looked right before I came online with you at the time of this recording. Today is September 6, 2023. Let me tell you what the year-to-date returns are on these particular items. The stock market, the S&P 500, which is stocks, from January 1, 2023 till September 6th, the stock market, the S&P 500 has returned 16.30%. I didn't even show you what 15 looked like. The highest I went on this annual return was 13%. And if you thought that was something, if you had money in stocks right now, you could have gotten 16.30%, depending on what you invested in. Now, if you say, Carolyn, I'm not about the stock market, when you're in a retirement savings, you are about the stock market. That's where the money's going. That's how you get that's how it gets the returns, is that it's being invested in some stocks that your company has vetted and are giving you the option to choose from things that they have selected for you. Now, if you were to put it in a bank CD, the returns now that you can get putting money in a bank CD is 5.65%. Now, if you leave it in a bank savings account these days are still paying less than 1%. Even with interest rates rising, some of your online banks are paying higher. But I looked at the major banks today, and they're still paying less than 1%. So with that, look at what you can do. This is why an investment account, not a savings account. I want you to see your retirement savings is number one, the S&P 500, 16.30%, not a savings account, which is a bank CD or a bank savings. Okay. So this is what I want you to see differently. We don't have time to wait anymore. This is something that we need to start with. The time that we do things and the length of time that it's in there makes a big difference. And also the rate of return. The market is recovering. Last year, we had a down market after COVID, but markets are definitely recovering now. We're in the positive. And again, S&P is up 16%. The NASDAQ, which is the tech stocks, it's up 32%. I took a look at it. NASDAQ is up 32% right now. So if you're investing in tech stocks, which I am, yeah, my tech stocks are doing really well. So with that, let me know if you have any questions. We are about out of time, but post any questions that you have here live, or you can post them in the replay, in the comments in the replay if you're watching this at a later time. I want to make sure that I'm here for you this week. And I want you to get energized to say, wait a minute, I do all those things, the elephant in the room, I do want to walk away from the workforce, and I do have a lifestyle that I want to maintain. And I kind of figure Social Security ain't going to get it for me. No, it's not. Social Security ain't going to get it for you. So, teachers retirement, yeah, let's see. But how about you do some things on your own to help you to get there as well? So that's what I want to encourage you to do. If you have any questions or need any help with any of this, I'm going to share some information about some of my coaching services in this area so that if you say later that you want to hire a coach to help you get going, we can do that. If you don't want to hire a coach, stay tuned to Money Reverse. Like this page, wherever you're watching, make sure you subscribe or like the page and be ready. I want to teach as much as I can to get you energized, especially around holidays like this. So the way I'm doing this is we have 4 days for your 401k. So we have done 2 days thus far. So we will be here on Thursday and on Friday live on Facebook and YouTube about 30 minutes at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. I want to give you some powerful lessons to help fortify your 401k. So if you have any questions, post them in the comments. I'm not seeing any questions right now, so I am going to say thank you so much for joining. Let me know if I can help you in any other way. If this sparks any questions for you, if you don't know how to find out if you have a retirement savings plan or even how to look at it, let me know. I'm going to tell you, just go to your HR and ask them. They'll give you a link to get to it. Everything is digital these days, so they're going to just give you a link and say, this is how you sign on. Go set up a password and go do that. So with that, I want to see you again tomorrow for day 3 for 4 days for your 401k. We're winding up to National 401k Day, and I want to help you get more acquainted and get more empowered and get your retirement savings plan more activated. If you're in it, let's see how we can get your returns better. We're going to talk about that some in our day 3. We're going to talk about how do you know if you're making money, if it's doing good or not. It's making money, but is it doing good? We're going to talk about that in our day 3, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, have a good one, everybody. See you tomorrow.